Join us for Baby Talk, brought to you by Similac Advance from Abbott.
Hello and welcome to Baby Talk. I'm King Hua. We have a special celebrity episode of Baby Talk right here for you today. We're going to go into the lives of three best-loved Singaporean celebrities: favorite footballer Fandi Ahmad, favorite morning talk show host Joe Augustine, and one of Channel 8's top 10 most popular actresses, Wang Biren, to see what life is like for them as celebrity parents and to see whether or not celebritydom has affected their kids. Stay with us. Okay. We begin today's show with how a lot of people begin their days, with Joe Augustine on the morning show. We all know him. He's one of the top talk show hosts in the morning show on Class 95. And we know him as what we hear of him in the mornings: madcap, razor-sharp wit, cracking jokes about the world and people around him. At home, he is a loving and caring father to two beautiful children. Joe Augustine shares with Baby Talk his views on parenting and what life is like as a celebrity parent.
Witty, crazy, and funny, Joe Augustine's stunts on and off radio have left many of his listeners in stitches. But off the air, what's this madcap comedian like at home? Baby Talk finds out.
At home, he's actually quiet, very loving, very affectionate.
I am quite anal retentive, so I tend to think about times when I don't look after them properly or I don't pay enough attention to them. I think, unfortunately, I'm much more attentive at work than I am at home. But, I mean, yeah, I like to be encouraging with the kids. I'm very aware, like I said, always, everything we do adds to the person. So you try to talk about positive experiences, developing trust and stuff like that. I think a lot of parents don't do it for convenience. When we leave the house and they're awake or they're conscious, we will tell them that we're leaving the house. And we'll tell them that we're going to be back by a certain time and all that. And the principle is that a lot of parents actually will just lie and say, we're just going downstairs for a while. Because we feel that in the long term, it just develops, the kids just have a sense of trust. They know that what you say is what you mean.
Honesty goes a long way in fostering a strong relationship between parent and child. So with Joe busy at work, who's the boss at home?
I'm around more often. I mean, I'm a stay-at-home mom. So usually, I will decide what goes lah. Yeah. And sometimes I'll consult with him and say, hey, what do you think? You know, should we do this or should we do that?
So has Adel's decision to be at home for her kids made a difference?
Yeah, I think it's made a world of difference because Megan has grown up into a really confident little girl. And I've been able to, with Jordan, I've been able to nurse him for almost a year. So that was really good for me, so it was very fulfilling.
Like all parents, Joe and Adel have had to set their own guidelines when it comes to discipline and parenting. Baby Talk checks out their views.
What we do is we smack. We don't. We may
open hand.
It may be open hand and just you know, unobstructed. We give a firm smack. And for her, I think it's more the actual act itself. Maybe a bit of the humiliation. I'm not sure, but that gets her more than the pain of it. Not to do with punishment only, but reward. If we say you do this and all that, even if she forgets to ask for it, we usually remind her that, you know, you're supposed to get this. We're going to give it to you.
Choosing a name for your child can be difficult because he'll have to eventually live up to his name. Why Megan and Jordan? Let's find out from the parents.
Augustine starts with open vowel sound. So if you end a name with a vowel sound, then it's hard to join together and flow easily. So for the future commercial aspect of I mean, you know, in everyday life, easy to pronounce names. Generally, I think people are remembered easier. You see, so we had names that had to end off with a consonant. So Megan Augustine joins very easily, and Jordan Augustine.
And we all know that Joe's claim to fame is Class 95's morning show. So do the kids listen to him on the radio?
She listens to Joe, but she doesn't take what he says. You know, she just recognizes, oh, that's Daddy. And that's about the extent of it.
So is he afraid that the kids will ever catch him saying something he'll have difficulty explaining later?
Good about the show is we always tell the truth. And so that even if we do say anything and all that, and it's a bit off to one side, there is some truthfulness, there's a level of truthfulness to it. And we've never had a problem with listeners or you know, even Megan, I mean, finding out something that or perceiving something that wasn't true, or, you know. So, yeah, so far, no problems.
Joe's popularity has gained him celebrity status amongst many Singaporeans. But what has it been like for his family?
When we go out together, people are more curious about me and the kids. They're like, oh, that's Joe. Yeah, that's a family, ooh, you know.
Yeah.
And Megan is now so blasé about.
Yeah.
People will come up to her and they know her name and they're strangers, and she's like, it's okay, you know.
It's never easy balancing work and family commitments, especially when both demand undivided time and attention. Caught up in the midst, how's it been for Joe?
I've always tried to when I have the time to spend the time with the family, but at the same time there's all this, you know, making hay while the sun shines, you see. So there is some regret in the sense that I'm not always around, or I find out about Jordan saying his first word from Adel, or from nowadays watching videotapes. It shouldn't be underestimated the power of one parent telling the next what's happening with the kids, because I feel pretty much in touch with the kids. And then what I do is I will follow up. If it's something that I think should be mentioned or brought up with Megan, I still do. You know, although some people think that maybe she's a bit too young to have this follow-up thing, but we do talk about things, and I do catch up and all that.
Sometimes it's not quantity, but quality time that families spend together that matters. So what is quality time for the Augustine family?
On off days, what we really, really like to do is just hang out in bed, all four of us, and just snuggle. We love doing that.
Picking her up from school is something I try to do very often. So when on the way back, we'll just talk about stuff and catch up.
Another worry parents have to tackle when their kids are old enough is education, and it's no different for Joe and Adel.
Our worry is that she might be too far ahead of the other kids, because she's only 4, she's already reading, and mathematics is getting quite good and all that. So we're worried actually that when she goes into primary 1 or whatever, that she's going to find it all boring. One of the options that we're thinking of quite seriously is homeschooling, but it would mean that
quite seriously.
Well, I'm thinking of it quite seriously, hoping to bring this up.
We'll leave the decision of homeschooling to them and get their final views on growing pains. What's it like parenting 2 growing kids?
Megan is starting to develop her own mind, so she's starting to talk back. Now it's quite difficult to juggle, not squashing her confidence, but at the same time teaching her that answering back, I mean, it's rude, you see. So there's that power struggle now, lately.
No doubt about it. Joe Augustine seems very comfortably settled into fatherhood. Lovely wife, 2 beautiful children, cozy home. It's a wonder how he manages to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning to go to work. After the break, we'll be taking a look at veteran actress and brand new mother, Huang Biren. She'll share with us views on motherhood and what this new chapter in her life is all about.